Lots of gifts of cheesy things, all up in the discord of token smart. Oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things, cat with heart eyes, clap, clap, clap. Cheesesteak, cookies, hi, cheese is the best. Gifts of cats with cheese on their faces, death, death, death. The only thing we love more than cheese is gifts. The only thing is fondue. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio as a milk. Cheese is dying. Audio problems. Cheese is dying. Oh, yeah. Yay. The little kitten says LOL, and Elmo's on fire, and Ernie's got condoms on his ears, so fire, so fire. Audio, death to audio, LMAO. Give me cheese, oh give me death to audio, death to audio. Vibe check, vibe check. Death to high ping. I want some lemonade. Make cheese great again. Condoms on the ears. That's what it looked like to me. Oh, death to audio problems, to audio, death to audio problems, to audio. I'm vibing, make cheese lemonade. When life gives you rotten cheese, you make cheese lemonade. So much cheese and some sriracha, some cheese and some sriracha. Me vibing big time when Rizzle coins. You make nachos, you make nachos. Love the song so dope. Stuff that cheese in your face. Stuff that cheese in your face with jalapeno. With jalapeno. In your face, cheese whiz. Oh yes, cheese whiz. In your face, I said death to audio, to audio. Oh, death to audio, to audio. Oh, death to audio, to audio. Death to audio, to audio. Death to audio, to audio. Oh, death to audio, to audio. Oh, death to audio, to audio. Death to audio, to audio. Death to audio. Elmo's audio. Down to audio. Gouda is audio. Vibing like to audio. Shake to audio. Oh, yeah. That's it.
Well, it's been 10 years since we first started meeting like this. You and me, in clubs, on beaches, loft spaces after dark, in my car. Where did the time go? Seems like just yesterday. I remember the first time you touched me. I felt you so deep. And we danced and danced for hours. You made me feel so free. Thank you for that. I just wanted to say that I love you. I've loved you all along, you know. Through it all, it's been you and me, always there to keep me sane. When I needed to run, escape, we met on the dance floor, and you gave me wings to fly. When I needed to purge my soul, your beats moved me through hot, sweaty nights. Man, I love you for that. I have all this love for you. South Beach this morning after our escapade last night. As usual, you were fantastic. I mean, I barely caught my breath the whole night. And you did with my body exactly what you wanted to. I could hardly walk when we were through. It was so worth it. It's always so worth it. I have nothing but love for you. Nothing but love for you. So now, as I get to dress you with my words once again, I just want to say happy anniversary. It's been a great 10 years. Here's to many more. House music. I love you. I have all this love for you. I love you.
abrupt stops for the win. Nice way to pool an audio. We're still going to call that the pre-WIP trip. Love it. I guess it's raining in Southern California. It happens. But anyway, it's the WIP. We're back. This is Matthew. Super stoked to be here. This is the last WIP of 2021, y'all. Holiday vibing with the WIP fam is exactly what I'd want to do the day before Christmas, though. So this is absolutely perfect. There's like so much in the pipeline for the WIP. So many big announcements coming up in 2022. But after today, the WIP will be on a 2-week holiday break, and we'll be back on January 13th, which actually happens to be the official 2-year mark of the WIP. 2 years of metaverse meetups, 2 years, and probably over 1,000 amazing speakers who've come from all parts of crypto, the DeFi space, NFT land, and the crypto art world, who came, joined the WIP, jumped on the virtual stage, and showered us with untold quantities of solid gold alpha. We've created so many metaverse memories for folks. We've had so many fun field trips and just like absolutely hilarious episodes, way more than I can list through right now. I'm just super damn proud of us, WIP fam. I can't believe we're here, almost 2 years. But it's still day one for us, and we have so much to build. We're building out a multiverse community meetup API. We're just a fun place to hang out on Thursdays. Have a big shout out for the WIP crew. My dude Rizzle, Drago Nate, Sandy Meows, Show on Volume 9, Easy in Crypto, Carolina Duh, Timmy Musashi, Trippy Yogi, and the man Jimmy.eth, to be sure. But we have a really fun year-end WIP lined up for everyone today. We have Voxel Architects and NFT Studios in the house. They're hosting us actually in the beautiful Winter Wonderland parcel and Crypto Voxels. Make sure you jump in there. We have the fine digital artist A4 in the house. COVID be damned. Here to talk about their drop on Nifty Gateway. We have Kakper here to talk about his project Sail the Stars. And then before we head into the Mooniverse with Justin, we'll take a quick commemorative shot in Crypto Voxels before jumping into that new virtual space. And then, of course, the Afties was show to wrap everything up. Oh, and we're also going to incorporate a buzzer or something. So when speakers hit the 4-minute mark, they will hear it and then they'll know they'll need to wrap up. I actually haven't heard it yet. Very excited to see how this plays out. But before I pass the mic to the first speaker, I really want the Metaverse hype master himself, my dude Rizzle, to take it away and let us know what's on his mind at the end of 2021.
Thank you, sir. Can you guys hear me right? Am I in the veggie drawer?
Perfect, man.
Oh, thank God. I'm excited for the shot clock. We've talked about instituting this a few times. So, all right, let's see. What do I have for today? Make sure you guys hop into Crypto Voxels to sign the guest list. It's next to the speaker banner, which is next to the Christmas tree, which I'm dancing on top of. There's discussion on like whether we should be nice to people and like give them the guest list in the chat box. It is the holidays, and allow like everybody to get the giveaways. Musashi whipped up some dope antlers and Rudolph nose that will be given away to people. But we decided no. I was given permission to be Rizzle Grinch. All the rest of the crew is a bunch of Grinches too. And we're gonna make y'all go in world and sign the guest list. You have to join the party and participate. So that's the deal. So we'll send those things out. Heads up, we will probably not get you. I'm assuming most of the crew is going to be off the next couple of days for the holidays. It seems like that's the case. So this time around, you might have to spend Christmas in your old Rizzle shirt, but we'll get you the antlers and the nose and everything, hopefully by New Year's. And it doesn't matter. We can be reindeers whenever, right? It's the metaverse. Do whatever you want. So Matt's taking 2 weeks off. The WIP's taking 2 weeks off officially, but we'll actually be back on the 6th in the WIP time slot with a one-off event that will be destined to be epic. We're loosely calling it the Real Crypto Cats of the Metaverse, and I'll be helping host this, and it will be with Sandy Meows, Stella Cat, and Were Kitty for some sort of like really bizarre cat themed event, including the 3 greatest sources of knowledge on the history of cat NFTs in the world. So we're going to talk about cat stuff and crypto and NFTs, and who better than those 3, right? So we'll be back on the 6th for that, and then we're going to come back strong on the 13th. We're going to have some announcements between now and then that will probably melt people's faces. So keep an eye out for that in the meantime. And yeah, big announcements, man. Good stuff, all good stuff. So yeah, we've been busy. Shout out to all the people. We break paradoxes saying CV might be down for some people. So everyone mash refresh. I'm sure that will help if you're simultaneously mashing refresh on the Crypto Voxels link. We'll post it throughout the event. If for some reason nobody can get to the guest list, we'll find out some way to make it difficult for you in place of this. So shout out to everybody, Token Smart crew, WIP crew, Easy, Paradox, Trippy Show, Timmy Tubador, Guts Berserk, GB, Alex, Greg, Foxy Yoga, Carolina Duh, Sandy the Meow Meow, and one of the 3 real crypto cats of the metaverse now, Dragon Hate, Trizlet, Musashi, everybody else. Everybody's crashing. Everything's exploding as it should on the last WIP of 2021. Poor Beetlejuice, man. He's a part of this first speaker round here, and I think I messed up the messaging and left him off the banner somehow. Dude's got important stuff to say. We may have to just like summon him. What do? You say like Beetlejuice 3 times in a row just to like summon this dude? But let's see who we got. Who's first speaker here? Like combing through my own tweet. Is it? It looks like
Voxel Architects.
Wonderful. I was gonna say one of the people from NFT Studios / Voxel Architects / like a bunch of other stuff.
Leandro here.
Hey man, how are you, dude? Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, man. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying the Christmas cabin and having a party there. It's such a waste during the other days of the year, so we are waiting always for Christmas to use the pixel chain cabin. So for the ones that doesn't know me, I am Leandro from Crypto Motors, and others may know me as Leandro from NFT Studios. Our company NFT Studios is sharing a vision of developing the metaverse, building it one block at a time. We have different clusters under the company. We are helping different artists, communities, and companies to enter the space, developing their technology, helping them with their NFT drops. We also have our own projects like Crypto Motors, Voxel Architects, Pixel Chain, upcoming project that Federico Beetlejuice will tell you, and Voxel Architects that George will tell you also. So the Pixel Chain cabin is built by him. And we are building tools for communities. We are really excited for what's coming next year. The last project we launched was in collaboration with Hackatao. I think that today was the mint, so maybe some people here was minting today, Queens and Kings. So we are really, really happy with the results from this year. It was an incredible year. We cannot be more happy, and we will keep building and making everything the best we can.
You didn't even go over the shot clock. I'm waiting for. I know you got George and Beetlejuice there too, man. Do one of them? Oh, George is whacked. Hang on, we got you, George.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah, how are you guys? Wow, it's been so long since we've been part of this WIP thing, and like I just listened to what you guys said, and it's already been 2 years, and it's absolutely crazy where we started and where we are right now. And the thing is, I just wanted to start with this thank you to everyone for supporting us, supporting our business, supporting Voxel Architects. And I'm so, let's say, overwhelmed with memories right now, like where the first WIP started in Token Smart Amphitheater, and then Token Smart Lounge and all the builds that we've done. And there have been so many big events happening there. The Meta Olympics, it's been absolutely crazy, and I love where this is going, and I love that everybody's here, like celebrating Christmas on our Pixel Chain Christmas cabin. It's a shame that right now it's not working properly, because I would have loved to give you a tour around the cabin so you can see like the Pixel Chain collections on the walls, or the big Christmas tree. But yeah, Chris, it's not the first time CryptoVoxels is causing all this. But like you said, Rizzo, it's maybe it's a good sign that CryptoVoxels is not working, because let's say we're so many people that were basically crushing it, which is always a good sign. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. Really was like, thank you for supporting us. We're so glad to have been part of this for such a long time, to be part of this amazing community, of this OG community for more than 2 years, and we have so many exciting upcoming projects coming right now. One of which I'm super excited for it, and it was my dream since we started to work in Voxel Architects, and that is to basically bridge the gap between a real and a metaverse building. I always had this approach to buildings. I tried to make them as relatable as possible whenever I was designing something in CryptoVoxels. And right now we have the opportunity to create a digital twin of a real building in the real world in parallel with that real building. So that's basically what we're doing right now. We have partnered with a company, a luxury home development company from Miami, and Sotheby's, which is actually gonna auction an NFT set with a real house and a digital twin of that house that we're actually gonna build in the metaverse. So here you have it. You heard it live. This was always one of my dreams since we started Voxel Architects, to have an actual real and digital build coexisting together in the metaverse and in the real world. And it's absolutely mind-blowing where we're right now, and this is going to be our first project, and we're not going to stop there. We want to like expand and build even like real art galleries in the real world. So yeah, this is kind of like one of our dreams come true. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys.
Oh yeah. I know Beetlejuice is here too. Did Beetlejuice want to jump on and give a quick update, or did we back Beetlejuice too?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are, loud and clear.
Yeah, man, you summoned me correctly. That's the way. Yeah. Now, first of all, I want to say thank you for inviting us, NFT Studios. Just a quick introduction. I'm co-founder and COO of NFT Studios. I joined Leandro's team a while ago, and I'm glad that we started building and all the products and services that Leon was mentioning, including last drop with Hakata, with Queens and Kings. But I'm here to tell you two big news. Actually, I'm gonna drop some leaks here. Initially, I don't know if you were following, but Crypto Motors, it's releasing the MVP alpha game, what we call the 3D racing game, to start developing our own play-to-earn platform to race, also against bots and multiplayer and everything, and create our racing game and ecosystem. And the game is going to be released today and tomorrow. We are fixing some small bugs, but we're going to share all the information. So we are also putting test cars, so people can actually, if you don't own a crypto motor, you can use our test drive car. But it's insane. We were working on this for the past, I don't know, more than 6 months. And the game is awesome. We cannot stop testing. I have to make a quick shout out to George. He still got the best time on the racetrack.
Because you all suck.
But yeah, he came home. He just played a couple rounds and he just got the leaderboard. And so I think it's your task, guys, to kick him out of the leaderboard. So yeah, we're gonna share everything to download and to test the game. We're super excited and hype about it. And that's for Crypto Motors news. And on the second round, and I don't know if you have any questions or you make a Q&A after it, or should I keep dropping leaks?
I was trying to share Crypto Motors Twitter, but it looks like I can't.
Oh man, no. If it's anyone can drop it there. I think that if you're gonna be just paying attention to the Twitter, we're gonna share everything there to be able to download and to play. I think that you're gonna have a lot of fun, and really soon we're gonna start creating tournaments. We're gonna start giving rewards inside the game, and this is just the beginning. So happy if you can test it. Thank you so much, Rizzo, for the link. And second part, I don't know if Leon mentioned it already, but inside NFT Studios, we have multiple companies, right, that we develop and we help inside the metaverse. And one of them, it's an upcoming project that we were building for a couple of years already. Leon started it with some team, and now we have a super big team working on it, which is called Rarigochi. And it would be epic if we can drop some links for it. I will just tell you super quick about it. Rarigochi, it's if you have the links, sorry, I don't know how I can paste it. Okay, but basically it's an NFT game inspired by the classic 90s virtual pets. I don't know if you remember those little toys that you have your pets inside, and it works in the same way, where it features asset printing, that you can print your pets inside. It's NFT collectibles that you will have a bridge with real toys in real life, breedable pets, a play-to-earn economy inside, and everything around a super cartoonish world that we are developing. So we are super happy about this. It's going to be released really soon in a couple months, but we already start to build our community, and that's what this is all about. We would like to invite you there, because we are releasing OG roles there that we're going to start giving some rewards to people for early adopters, or what we call rarely adopters on the Rariverse. So everyone is invited, and yeah, hope you enjoy.
Boom! You just missed the shot clock. Dragonite was getting his finger right on the button. Amazing alpha leak as always. Amazing to have the legends up here telling us about everything. But I know there's some questions from the crowd, so I'll pass the mic to Show to relay those questions to you.
Hey y'all, how's my audio? Am I good?
A little staticky.
Hold on.
Yeah.
A little saran wrap. Pull it off the veggie, sir.
How about now? Still bad?
I think I can get you. What's up?
All right, let's try this again. How about this?
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, fuck. Still bad?
Okay, you're firmly out of the veggie drawer now, I think.
All right, cool. Thank you. All right. First question is from Paradox. Paradox would like to know, which was your favorite build over the last 2 years?
That one is for G.
I think that one is for me. My favorite build from the past years. That's a really tough question, as always. I would say the building that's closest to my heart right now, it's a Token Smart Amphitheater, which is actually the first build that we ever built, that we had ever commissioned, and where most of the early WIP meetings were hosted. So that one is, let's say, the closest to my heart at the moment.
That's cool. We also have a question from Hidden Forces. They would like to know, is there a way to earn inside of the game, compete for resources or a new rig?
Do you mean for the Crypto Motors 3D game?
I'm not sure.
Or Rarigochi?
Let's just assume all the above, whichever one it applies to.
Yeah. So, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Hidden Forces would like to know, is there a way to earn inside of the game? Compete for resources or a new rig?
Okay, yeah, I assume that it's about Crypto Motors free game. Not yet. Actually, on the MVP, it's going to be just open to everyone to test it, and we are expanding it right now. We just have time attack version when you can just fight for a place on the leaderboard. But as soon as we are good to go, we're going to start putting rewards. So yeah, you're going to be able to earn tokens and everything inside, but not yet.
Awesome. And then I'm sure there's a couple other questions there. If anyone else has any questions, make sure you tag George or Leandro or Beetlejuice in the chat. Hit them with those questions. They have more answers for you, of course. But guys, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for being just big supporters and helping make this metaverse dream a reality for so many people, not just the WIP fam, but so many folks out there in the metaverse trying to do their thing. You all are absolute OG legends. I don't use that moniker loosely. You all for sure more than earned that. So thank you all so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Metaverse Christmas. Up next, a few weeks ago, we had Aphoria's dad on the show. Now we have Aphoria dad's son, which is Aphoria, here to talk about his Nifty Gateway drop. That's going to happen in just a couple hours at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. He actually has COVID, but he's like, yo, F that. The WIP is the shit. I have to be here. So Aphoria, man, unmute and take it away.
Yo, what's up, everyone? I'm sorry. Yeah, I have COVID. I just tested positive the day of my drop. I guess it all evens out, right? Like super highs and super lows. But I'm so glad to be here today. Thanks, Matthew, for inviting me over. So glad. And yeah, I have to honor my dad who was there like a few weeks ago. But yeah, tonight, big day. I'm releasing my series called Eras. It's a series I've been working on for the past 8 months. For those who don't know, I'm a digital artist from Montreal, and I've been doing 3D for more than 5 years already. And yeah, tonight is a big day because I feel like this is the biggest series I've done ever. It consists of 5 pieces that will be available to purchase tonight. So on Nifty Gateway, there will be 4 pieces, 2 drawings that will take place at 6:30 p.m. East, and 2 ranked auctions that will also take place at the same time. There will also be a 1 of 1, and this one is quite special because it is the first token minted on my own custom smart contract, thanks to Manifold. This piece will be available on its own standalone auction platform. So it's eras.aphoriadesign.com. So that piece only will be available on that website, and people will be able to bid using Ethereum, of course. But all the pieces on Nifty tonight are available to collect on both like fiat or ETH. Just depends on your preference. But yeah, so about this series, while I have still a bit of time, this is a series I've made that essentially talks about change. I realized this year that a chapter of my life has started, a page has been turned. This year, as many of you probably have felt, has been super eventful, a lot of stuff changing all around. And I just felt compelled to talk about those things. And so what I did is I looked back on my life and I kind of like split my life in different chapters. And each piece of this series just relates about one of these chapters. It goes from my young childhood to the more recent years up until now. And so in the series, you'll be able to see a character that just evolves through time, and it progresses, it overcomes something. It's like a big journey through life, essentially. So, of course, everyone can just put their own meaning to it. That's totally cool. But this is what I wanted to share with the world. And yeah, I'm just super glad. So much work has gone into it. And before I leave, I just got to say that if you collect a piece from the drop tonight, you'll be eligible for an airdrop of a piece called Relic. So essentially, if you look at this series, it's the visual with the mask. This one will be available for free in airdrop on January 7th of 2022, and it will come with a download link to have a version of the mask that is metaverse ready. So it will be like a GLB file that you'll be able to use just as a 3D file. And yeah, it's optimized for metaverse uses. So that's pretty cool. It's the first time I ever do that. And if you get one of the pieces also tonight, except for the piece called Origin, you'll be eligible to claim a free hoodie. So it's going to be on December 27th. I'm releasing my second independent hoodie, and it's called the Limbo hoodie because it features Limbo, which is a piece from the series. I think it's pretty cool. I hope you guys like it. And so, yeah, those are little perks of getting in tonight. Put a lot of time and effort into these, and I hope that people will enjoy. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. Right on time.
Right on.
Let's go.
Oh, let's go. I love that show. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Dragonite. Thank you so much, Aphoria. Shared all the links, shared thumbnails to the works. The real works are on niftygateway.com. They're animated, they're beautiful. They have audio as well. But let's get to the questions. So, Show, hit the man with the questions.
Hey, Aphoria, what's going on?
Hey, not too bad. What about you?
I'm good. With artists, you always hear that it's not about the destination, but the journey to get there itself.
Mm-hmm.
This particular collection seems to have some very heavy weight associated with it. You're going through a transition period, and your artwork is really reflecting that right now. It's very transient and as existential. Why do you think this is happening to you right now, and why is it being reflected in your work?
Oh God, that's like a very deep and very good question. I don't know, like I feel like the past year has just been a turning point for me. I essentially graduated from university in graphic design last year, and everything just went so quickly. I mean, I've been doing art for a few years already, always on my own. It's always been like a side project, and I was able to get a bit of client work with it, of course, but this year was just totally different. It was the first time I ever felt like a real artist because I could just work on my personal collections and pieces and release them out there and earn a living from that. And I thought that was so magical. And not just that, of course, a lot of personal stuff has happened this year. And I think this is why I just felt compelled to talk about that. Like, this was the only subject I felt like was so personal that I could just take it and make a whole series out of it. I feel like when I do work that comes from myself and from my own experiences, I feel like it's always more genuine and more authentic than just a random piece that explores a vague concept that I found somewhere or got inspired from. When it comes from deep within, I feel like that's when you, as an artist, can be the most authentic version of yourself. And I don't know. I create for myself, and to create those pieces and just look back on the past years has been such an experience. And so I'm just glad that I did it, and I'm glad that people might see that in the work itself afterwards.
That's really inspiring. I'm curious about the choices that you made in this upcoming collection in regards to the artwork itself. The symbols or the symbolism behind the glowing eyes, the choice of color, like the gold, the barren landscape that looks like it's an infinite desert, and or like the endless night, and like the butterfly or like the insect. Can you speak further on that?
Yeah, so in this series, so in my work, I mean, I like to keep it very simple, but put the detail in the right places. So my work is not like about like maxing out all the details that I could and just putting everything I can into one visual. I'm very intentional with all the visual decisions that I make. And so for this series, what I wanted to do was to select a few symbols that could embody the ideas that I wanted to talk about. And of course, the main idea was change. And I found out that the dragonfly, which is the insect that's featured in the series, is a symbol of change, self-realization, and transformation. And so I just thought that I could use that symbol as like a universal visual element that people could relate to and understand the whole meaning of the series, even if you just have the insect itself. That's why I put it on the mask, on the outfits. That's why there's a piece that's dedicated to that symbol. And as for like the glowing eyes that you mentioned, that's more of like a staple element of my work. Usually when I present those characters, they have glowing eyes. I feel like it gives them an like otherworldly feature. It makes them look a bit more alien-like, and to me, like keeping those characters very different from what we actually look like as human beings make them kind of like relatable to anybody. They don't have like a specific feature that makes them super distinct. They could be anybody because they're just blue and bald and they have these glowing eyes. They're just like universal in some sense. And yeah, the mask is a symbol of like being hidden behind a false facade that you portray to the rest of the world. And so in the pieces, you can see that at some point, a character just breaks out of that mask and becomes their true self. So I feel like that was a very strong symbol that I also wanted to bring into this series. And about the landscapes, I think I purposely made them more desertic to accentuate this feeling of kind of being alone and being on your own on this journey. So it's a very personal journey. It's very introspective. And so to me, to make those landscapes more like vast and infinite really help support that idea. So I hope that answers the question.
I love all that. And then our dude Metageist pointed out too that the dragonflies are the world's best hunters too. So there's a bit of savagery associated with the dragonflies in addition to change.
Hell yeah. Dragonflies are OP. I love them.
I love that. Hey, for you, dude. It's been a pleasure to work and help produce for you over at Nifty Gateway. Everyone here, if you love his work as much as I do, got inspired by this, make sure you check out niftygateway.com. 6:30 p.m. is when the drop goes live. Hey, for you, dude. Thank you so much, man. And get better and just keep on creating.
Thanks, Matthew. It was a pleasure. Love you guys.
Cool. Next up, we have Kakper, and I know it's really deep and late at night. So thank you so much for being here. Really, really excited to hear about your project. So whenever you're ready, unmute the mic and tell me about Sail the Stars.
Hey guys, can you hear me well?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Hello. Okay, good. All right, well, thanks first of all for having me on the show. It's awesome to be back here on Token Smart. And yeah, the project is called Sail the Stars, guys. I'll just pop the links down in the Discord and show you some of the art too. I'll get that uploading as I'm talking here. So yeah, we're doing something very different. We've actually done, it's a collaborative, it's a 10K generative collection, and we've pulled together some of the most awesome OG crypto artists out there. And essentially the collection features these awesome dream ships, which you're about to see here as they're being uploaded. I mean, they're turning out really fantastic. And what we're essentially doing is taking half of the liquidity from the collection, we're giving it to the artist, but the other half is actually going towards funding the sailing expedition. We're getting a massive sailboat, about 100 feet plus, and then filling it with top-of-the-line video equipment, IMAX cameras, VR cameras, and just all the best equipment we can get for video recording, and then inviting the most amazing people from all over the world, artists included, especially the artists that are involved in the project during the first 2 years of the expedition at least, and then incredible visionaries, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, poets, musicians, and going sailing all around the world to use the experience and the challenge, the immense challenge of sailing around the world, including rounding Cape Horn in our first year, which is the Mount Everest of sailing, and to use that experience, that environment as an incubator to pull out of people their genius, their very, very best, their most awesome art, their most inspired messages, and to broadcast that to the world. And the main show is going to be free. You know, we're going to be all over YouTube and Patreon and all these platforms. But then we're taking all the premium content, all the premium NFTs and art that is created through the experience, and we're uploading it to our own smart contract vault. And when that art, that premium content is auctioned off and sold to our growing audience, we're sharing those dividends with our supporters. So everybody who actually holds an NFT from the project also has a share in the project, and they'll be able to vote, but also, of course, participate in all the revenue sharing that happens. So, for example, if we make a documentary down in Antarctica about penguins, and maybe, creates, I don't know, $10 million or something, comparing to the main penguin movie that made like $100 million, we'll be sharing that with our supporters. So that's the main idea. That's the big picture. It's been almost a year right now in development. We've got a massive team that's grown around it and is growing continuously. And we just only launched about 4 or 5 weeks ago going public. So we're still in this chilling mode right now. The website is just like an intermediate. We haven't even shown all the art yet. You guys are seeing some of the newest drops here. And yeah, we're just going for it. We got a whole brand new look coming out, and we're looking to network with as many people as possible, as many influencers to share our idea, and to bring you guys sailing with us as well. Yeah, I could go on. There's all kinds of really cool things to talk about here, but I'll open up the questions if anybody has any. And thanks for having me. I think I've got 47 seconds left here.
I love the how conscious speakers are of now, the shot clock. Love that. Real quick before I pass the mic to Show for a question, I had a question. I think Leandro had the same one. How are you avoiding securities related problems with the model you just described for Sail the Stars?
Well, I don't believe in the government system. I'm personally a non-resident Canadian, but we're just going to decentralize everything. I mean, the boat will be registered somewhere as some entity owning that for insurance purposes. But as far as Uncle Sam and the rest of that goes, a really cool project I would recommend is called the sovereign'sway.com. I'll type it in here right now. All these things like axes and mandates and stipulations, they only apply to fictional figures, right? And this is all what we're trying to sever ourselves and free ourselves from through cryptocurrency, right? But as long as we believe in the fiction of legal entities and who we are as legal entities, then we're locked in that system. It's kind of like a monopoly game. We tend to forget that we're actually not the monopoly pieces on the board, but we're actually the men and women behind that. And this is could go deeper into this, but I don't want to, because I think it'll be a much bigger discussion. But short answer, not so worried about it. As long as we stay in the crypto space, then I think we'll be free from a lot of that, especially not functioning as a U.S. entity.
Yeah, well, savage answer, and I have to applaud the being straight up and not trying to hide behind a bunch of legalese or something like that. That's very interesting. But really interested to see how this plays out. And I know there are other questions, so Show, hit the man with those questions.
Hey man, what's going on?
Hey.
Many people got hyped this year over creating DAOs for the most wildest and random things, like buying the Constitution or buying an NBA team. I think that this is the first time where people are crowdfunding the means of acquiring a cruise ship. So, like, are we going to have like a digital party on the Lido deck? Will it be endless pizza and shot of tequila?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Questions. So we're actually not funding a cruise ship. It's a sailboat, right? So it's a very, very different thing. It's not a powerboat. It's going to be an expedition-ready cruiser, something that can go to Antarctica and the Arctic, preferably. If you pop into our Discord, go to the boat shopping channel, you can see some of the boats we're taking a look at. Sailing around the world is, a serious endeavor. So we need a really serious boat for what we're looking to go. And like giving up a sailboat to go, for a cruise for a couple of weeks is one thing, or for the summer with your family, but something that actually sails around the world nonstop and, has rotating crew and bringing on amazing people. Essentially what we're trying to do is like TED Talks on the ocean, or Impact Theory, if you guys follow those shows. So that's kind of like speaking to that. Will there be a digital party? Absolutely. We're actually going to be making a Sonium space event. This is in the works. We're developing a VR ship that we can have everybody come and party on. So that's definitely in the works already. Maybe something for crypto voxels as well. I know George on our team, Natural Warp, some of you guys might be familiar with, is working on that right now. But as far as alcohol parties and endless booze and pizza, we're actually going to be pretty selective in keeping the vibes very high. So probably not a lot of booze. but definitely a lot of like, high conscious vibes. We want to bring on really, really people on the show who really have a message for humanity. Like sailing shows. If you go on YouTube and like search for SV Delos or some of these other sailing shows, are really quite popular. Some of them have millions of subscribers because people naturally are drawn to the ocean and to sailing. We intuitively feel the pull of the ocean and the horizon as having the answers to some of life's deepest questions. And watching people sailing around the world is really interesting. Who doesn't dream of doing that? And so this gets a lot of attention. But what we're going to do, what we're intending to do, is to do that, but to bring people on board who already have a message for humanity, something that they're wanting to share to raise the vibes and bring this planet to a whole new other level, and then to use the challenge, the immense challenge of sailing around the world, which is pretty darn serious and dangerous sometimes, to bring out of them even another higher level of creating. So that is the kind of party that we want to have, the party that brings awesome people together in the spirit of adventure and collaboration to do something that many people are telling us is just downright fucking crazy and impossible. Yeah, hope that answers that question.
Yeah, that was cool. And really quickly, Paradox would like to know, are you hiring any, well, actually, do you have any tech people on the boat? And if not, are you hiring?
Yes, I am definitely looking. We are definitely looking for tech. In fact, just driving over here to my girlfriend's house right now, it's like I am so ready to bring on somebody who can own the tech part of the project moving forward. Because up until now, it's been mostly me, and I've been like going into the smart contracts. But looking for somebody to come in and actually own that part of the project. That the fundraising side is one thing, because there's like two stages of it. One will be the fundraising, which is we're in right now, right? Building up the whole ecoverse, the metaverse of it. But then, when we're sailing, that's a whole other stage of the project, and we're going to have actually a land-based team to manage everything, because a big component of it is creating this metaverse with the NFTs. And I'm using that word lightly. I don't mean an actual VR metaverse, but like the biggest component of this is actually having a big community around it and creating our own smart contract to really allow the art that we create and the NFTs that fund the experience in the first place to actually support the ongoing expenses of this operation. So all this, there's so much to develop, and definitely absolutely looking for some tech talent. We did reach out like a few months ago, just posting, on crypto jobs, but we got a lot of people that just weren't really aligned with the project, and there was a lot of culture barriers. So yeah, if you guys are interested, just hit up the server and DM me, Casper in there, and yeah, definitely looking forward to that.
This was an absolutely insane chat. I think we need to talk more. Like, it was really refreshing, the honesty, number one, and then just like the insanity in the best possible way of sailing around the world, like a bunch of pirates doing cool shit. Casper, man, thank you so much for jumping on the virtual stage here and chatting with us today.
Yeah, thanks guys so much. I'm going to take off and have a nice sleep, but I'm wishing you guys a beautiful evening and Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for having me here today. And thank you.
Oh yeah. And before we jump into the last speaker slot with Justin from Mona Gallery, we're going to try to do a quick in-world CryptoVoxels group shot. Last one of 2021. It's a big deal. So if everyone can try to enter CryptoVoxels, we'll take a quick shot before Justin takes the mic and takes us into a whole new virtual dimension of the metaverse. Stoked for that. So Paradox, take it away. Let us know where we need to go, sir.
Cool. Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Considering CryptoVoxels is being a little bit finicky, let's make this quick, shall we? So nice and simple. Everybody above the Christmas tree and facing towards the guy in blue with the giant camera above his head. So let's give everyone maybe like 10, 15 seconds to get into place or to get into world. I'm already recording, but throw up any emojis you want, and let's do this thing. Dragonate, if you can play maybe like 30 seconds of music, that'd be amazing. Should have asked you before. Excellent. Cool. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm collecting a little bit of footage, a little bit, some photos, This gets put into like a weekly video, which Rizzle puts out on his Twitter. We'll see how much we get this week, considering CV has been down. Beautiful. Amazing. Okay, last few seconds of photo time, guys. If you're not already here, jump in. Beautiful. Amazing. And I'm going to call that a wrap on photo time for 2021. I'll see you guys next year.
Ooh, and it was written. Love that. Cool. I love that creepy music too. Thank you, Dragonite. Peek within the psyche right there. So like I said, Justin, dude, whenever you're ready, unmute and yeah, guide us into the next part of this virtual journey.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you, Rizzle. Also, shout out Paradox and Metageist as well. Thank you, everyone, for having me. I'm actually joined by my two co-founders, Matt Hurl and Alex Patton, Patton.eth. We founded Mona earlier this year. Thanks for dropping the links up there. Actually, you can jump into our metaverse now following that top link there. I'll drop it again here. We have a few. And basically, Mona is a beautiful decentralized metaverse built for artists by artists. You know, this was born in the era of COVID. Matt, Alex, and I saw so many amazing works of art being created. And we wanted to give artists and creators and meta architects a new way to build their worlds, and a way that they were less technically restricted, so they could build super photorealistic places, or they could build super stylized spaces. And not only can they build these worlds for free without having to buy any land, but they can actually mint these 3D spaces, minting the assets and storing them on IPFS as well. And so the link that we just dropped, this was actually a metaverse space built by one of our incredible architects, Bardicus. And so this 3D space is actually tokenized. It's on IPFS, being served live from the blockchain. So we're really stoked about that. We're building out some really great multiplayer features here. This is our multiplayer beta, so we're super happy to, preview this with you guys. We also have an integration with Ready Player Me, so you can now customize your avatars here. I'm rocking the dead mouse head personally on this side of the island over here. But yeah, we're just really excited to build a really amazing community around builders and metaverse creators. And, for us, we want to make that pipeline as simple as possible for any 3D creator to build a beautiful environment in their own, 3D tool of choice, whether it be Blender, Cinema 4D, Maya, and then easily get it up and running in the web browser and then mint it as an NFT and sell it. So actually, we just launched back at the beginning of October, and we launched with a build-a-thon, a build bounty, where we partnered with Filecoin, and they actually purchased a set number of spaces for around $300,000 US. So by the end of it, we traded 65 ETH through OpenSea. So it was a really great opportunity for a lot of new builders to enter the space and mint these metaverse spaces that you can explore now on our website, mona.gallery. And, we're getting ready actually to do another build-a-thon. So definitely check us out, join our Discord, follow us on Twitter. We're going to be announcing pretty soon, we're going to be doing another build-a-thon coming up. So if you're a meta architect, if you're a builder, it's totally free to build a space and upload it and mint it inside of Mona. So definitely look out for that announcement. We'd love to have you. And we're open to any feedback as we continue to build out our platform and invest in the creators. For us, we're super stoked about the metaverse, and it's super important that we keep the metaverse open and decentralized. So, it's really important that all the creators and users of the open metaverse actually get to own it as well. And so, super important to us. Thanks for jumping in here. It may take a minute to load if it's your first time loading, but yeah, would love to open it up to any questions.
Hey, man. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Matthew.
No, I'm just in the Monaverse, trying to mute everything. Was about to pass the mic to you. Sorry about that, dude.
Yeah, I actually have to turn off the audio for it too. My bad.
Yeah, we do have we do have voice chat working as well on that side, so you could mute there, and we have a little bit of light audio coming from the space as well.
All right. Hey man, let me let me just say that this is like blowing my mind right now.
Amazing.
Super dope.
Thank you.
Finally, you know, a metaverse platform that allows you to own and build your space independently and host it all on your own without being at the whim of like devs endlessly minting parcels just to increase the price on OpenSea or whatever. How does this differentiate from what SushiSwap was doing with their Shoyu platform, or the worst thing that's coming out of Facebook's Meta, you know, their version of the metaverse? How would this differentiate in terms of control and all the things associated with it?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, obviously with Facebook's metaverse, with Meta, you know, it's definitely brought more attention to the metaverse outside of more and more people spending time in virtual worlds. But obviously, you know, they're going to end up owning all of that, owning everyone's data. So for us, it's super important that the metaverse isn't owned by one entity, but it's owned by the community. And so that's why, you know, we're really prioritizing the creators and, you know, the creators first, and making sure that we listen to them and really give everyone the tools that they need. We're fully community driven, and so we listen to any and all feedback from everyone. And it's just really important that as a creator, like, you can come in, you don't need to pay anything, you don't need to, you know, buy a plot of land, but you can start building and minting and then owning these spaces in the metaverse. You know, we're going to be building out a sort of events platform that'll have token gated access to spaces if you'd like to do private events. And so, yeah, I think that, I mean, that's a big differentiator from what Facebook is going to be doing. We're going to be adding more interactive features as well. So not only can you build a space, but you could actually create interactive experiences and games. You know, it's compared to the Show You metaverse, what they're working on is really, really dope too. You know, I think we're probably headed towards the same direction, where we want to deliver a super high quality experience for everyone, regardless of you know, the hardware that you're on. So right now, everything is rendering over the web browser. So we're going to continue to stay at like the bleeding edge of tech and you know, basically cloud gaming and computing. And so I think we're on pretty similar paths there, but definitely love what they're doing as well. And what's super important for us is actually that all the spaces that artists mint are going to be interoperable across any metaverse platform. So by creating a space and minting it in Mona, you're not just locked into Mona, but what we want to do is make it so that you could bring your Mona space to any metaverse platform that exists. So that it would include the Show You metaverse, that would include, you know, Decentraland CryptoVoxels, or you know, any other space. And so we're looking for those partnerships now as well, and in talks to make sure that Mona is interoperable across basically any metaverse. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too long-winded.
No, that was solid. Lastly, we have a question from Hidden Forces. He would like to know, what was your inspiration to erase the idea of physical space limitations?
Yeah, that's a great question too. You know, I think like I understand like that sort of virtual scarcity with land, but for us, it just seemed to be super limiting, and it kind of, I mean, it really is sort of artificial scarcity, and I think like having plots of land in a metaverse, like, it is very skeuomorphic, and it makes a lot of sense, and I think there is a place for it. But for us, you know, we do want to make sure, like with our thesis of everything being open and accessible for anyone, you know, we just didn't want to limit people and introduce that sort of artificial scarcity. And so for us, it's more important that we just inspire as many builders as possible to create the metaverse that they want to take part in. And so yeah, so that was like pretty much the motivation there. We didn't want to limit to just like plots of land where you could place different spaces on top of. Also, I see Meta Guys, thanks for dropping in the chat. With Mona, I forgot to mention, you can actually connect spaces together via a portal system. So, you know, we realized that we didn't really need plots of land to connect spaces, but rather it's more flexible that as you're building a space, you can actually drop in any number of portals that you want so that you can then in Mona connect those portals to other spaces throughout the Monaverse. So if you have a friend who built a really dope space and you want to connect it and you want to do a joint event, you can do that. And then you could just click through and jump into the other space as though it were connected on the map. And so, you know, that was another big issue we saw with like the plots of land. You don't really get to choose your neighbors, but now inside of Mona, you can connect your spaces to any other spaces you want. And so you really do have full control over the metaverse and the community that you build. And you know, we have more features coming up. I mentioned interactivity. You know, I mentioned more sort of multiplayer features and avatar features. We're going to be introducing, you know, VRM avatars, so you can bring in your avatars like from different PFP projects like CloneX and Meebits. So that's going to be coming up. And we're also going to be introducing more features to allow anyone to drop in NFTs from your collection, so that you can actually edit the NFTs that are in your space. Right now, you can actually drop in NFTs at the build stage when you're constructing your space, and then you know you can actually go and click through, and so you can actually have a live auction right now instead of one of these Mona spaces. But we're going to be introducing more flexible builder tools so that you could edit that on the Mona web app as well. So definitely would love for everyone to join our Discord and Twitter to stay up to date. And also would love to plug, we are hiring as well. So if you're a smart contract developer, if you're a full stack developer, game developer, definitely, you know, reach out in our Discord. We'd love to chat with you.
Damn. Well, there we go. We're going to end the season with a dope job offer from a dope project. Yo, this is crazy, man. This is like a really cool thing. It actually makes me like sort of less bullish on the virtual land that I own, with good intentions for like a lot of the reasons that we talked about. But man, you guys are like breaking down a lot of the barriers that are really prohibitive for people coming into the space. So mad respect for what you're doing. Y'all, so I think that's about it for this season of the WIP. Obviously, we're going to pass the mic to Show to close down the house for us here. But I just want to thank everyone for an amazing part 5 of season 5 and end of 2021. Again, we're going to take a couple weeks off. We'll be back on the 13th with a big old WIP to kick off 2022. And a bunch of us will be back here on the 6th for an amazing cat-themed NFT event with our very own Sandy Meows, Stella Cat, and Werekitty. So it will be dope. And if you want to do cat things, hit us up and feel free to contribute to our strange cat event that we're putting together on January 6th in the WIP slot. So yes, it will be dope. The other thing I'm going to plug real quick is in lieu of next week, we won't be here, but we're going to do this New Year's Eve thing. Myself and Easy are going to bring down the ball drop on the East Coast here, at least over a 2-hour block. There's like a whole lot of people involved, so I don't even know like where this event completely lives. Some combination of like Zoom calls and Discords and actually in Times Square and something. So we won't be here on Thursday next week, but definitely tune in for the New Year's Eve thing. Pay attention to Easy's Twitter, not mine, because I'm not totally sure I'm in the loop here, but I will be hosting for a couple hours with him, and we're going to do fun stuff and give away things, I guess. I don't know. I just made that up now. Probably though. So New Year's Eve, back in the WIP slot, January 6th, and we'll see y'all in 2022. And with that, thank you all very much. I'm going to pass the mic to my dude, Show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, if you're brand new to this, do me a favor, turn down your microphone. Yeah, turn on your microphone. No, turn down your headphone volume. Thank you, Brookhawk. Yeah, turn down your headphone volume, please. Seriously. I'm saying this because I fucking care about you. I care about you so fucking much. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. WIP fam. WIP fam. Spam. Spammy spam. WIP fam, spam. Spam isn't good for you, WIP fam. Spam in your life, spam texts, spam the food. It's not good for you. We all know this. But do you really know? Huh? Do you really fucking know? Spam isn't good for you. If you've been in the space for years, like many of us, you purchased a Ledger wallet. Trust me, this is all going to make sense, right? This isn't fluff. This isn't spam, all right? Not everyone purchased a Ledger wallet, right? But many of you have, in the hopes of maintaining security. But there is something ironic about this, because those of us who are seeking security from Ledger had their security compromised. Back in July of last year, names, addresses, phone numbers were released out into the wild. So everyone who is considered an OG or a person who purchased a Ledger, right? Because like if you got one, if you knew about cold wallets early on, then you knew a lot more than you realized, you know, that you're old as fuck, right? If you purchased a Ledger wallet early last year, you were halfway doxxed. You were halfway doxxed and flooded with spam text messages and spam emails. Because this company tried to fucking say that they tried to blame it on Shopify. They tried to blame it on an intern working for them. They blamed it on anyone but themselves. They didn't take responsibility for this shit. So now, because of this, I am going to read out some of my spam emails, right? Let's have some fun with this. ADT doorbell video installation. Help keep your family safe with .8ADT. Oh, mind you, I'm going to be reading the typos as well, so you know fake spam emails. Final urgent message. Payout verification. What else? What else is this? American Home Shield today. I got an email from Svetlana. Svetlana says, joy in your heart. Hello, such an obvious but familiar phrase. Ledger device support. And this is really flagged. It says company logo. They really wrote out the words company logo. Then they wrote, dear client, first of all, thank you. And it's cut off because you don't open up spam emails. It's bad. Then I got an email from Sarah. Sarah said, hey, and she said my email's name, whatever. She said, I fucked your friend. Hey, take a peek at my private album. Then I have another email that says, get hard in capital letters. Then it tries to say my government name, but spells it wrong, and then says, the secret to your bigger, harder, longer sexual something. Then I have one from 123greetings.com with Christmas wishes. Then I have an order from USA Wild Seafood, order from home this holiday. Then I have an email from Agnes, a sexy girl for you, sex snap hookup. And another one from Tatiana, and it says super with an exclamation point. She says, hello, my new friend. So tell me where you're something, right? Then I have something that says lawsuit compensation. You just won $25,000. Then I have a survey from my phone company. That's not really my phone company. My point is spam is fucking, hey, we bought this wallet in order to secure our lives. These motherfuckers got hacked, right? These motherfuckers got hacked. Now, after all of this, after a failed class action lawsuit because of this hack, trying to hold these people accountable because they were too busy trying to blame Pierre in in the mailroom, mind you, Pierre. I mean, it's French, all right. Like it's a French company. I'm gonna get around to why I'm saying this in particular, because after a failed class action lawsuit in San Francisco, right, many people who were doxxed in San Francisco and other people from other states who hopped in on the class action lawsuit, right, they unfortunately, right, lost because Ledger, being a French-based and out of a French-based company, right, and out of the jurisdiction of America, you know, shout out to Casper and maritime law and sovereignty. This plays a factor. They were out of the jurisdiction of America, so they couldn't be charged with a class action lawsuit for doxing their customers, right? Ledger is planning. Guess what they're doing now? After winning, right, this failed lawsuit, shitting on their customers, they're gonna double down on the shit. Ledger is planning on releasing a crypto debit card. A debit card, y'all. They want to release a debit card as if security issues weren't lax enough at their company. Oh no. Oh no. Imagine losing a debit card issued by Ledger, and then they blame you for you losing your own debit card that you bought for them because they don't hold themselves accountable for shit. They say it's your fault that you lost it. It's not your keys, not your coin anymore. It's like, hey, listen, it's not your brain cells and it's not your coin. You gave up the information, right? It's not even your data anymore. You're going to have a debit card, right, that you won't have to approve transactions for because it's a physical item that you're going to be swiping left and swiping right on, along with everything else in your life that's available. And you're going to lose the card, the funds, and you're going to lose yourself. This is the world that we live in. This is the fucking world that we live in. Welcome to the Afties, y'all. Oh my God, that was long-winded, but I needed to get that out. I've been holding on to this for like a couple of weeks now. But I was shocked. You're probably wondering, why are we talking about this? It's the holidays. And you're swiping left and swiping right with your debit card. And now if you want to make all these things interoperable, you may just start fucking up and doing the wrong things. Welcome to the Afties. I'm your host, Show. You already know. If you don't know, you will know by the end of this cool fucking thing that we do that's at the tail end of the WIP. Shout out to all the presenters that came through. Much love. Shout out to each and every single one of you. If you're brand new to this, it's very simple. You are going to provide an opinion or a hot take in regards to what you just listened to. If you were sitting here just like all of us, day in and day out, 2 years, oh my God, you've been listening to presenters present awesome shit. We listen to all of the details that they provide. So I'm pretty sure you have an opinion. You have something to say about this. Yeah? No? Maybe? I'm pretty sure you do. There's a lot of cool shit that was said. So this is the time for you to provide your opinion. Phrase it in the form of a hot take, right? Don't ask me a question about what's going on in your mind. I'm not Ledger. I'm going to refute any claim to me understanding what the fuck is going on with your mind and your data. I'm going to say, not it. Class action lawsuit failed, right? Speaking of, we're actually just going to get into three of our presenters, by the way. I'm just going to jump right into it, what Aphoria was talking about. Here's my hot take. Shout out to Aphoria and his dad. Shout out to all the dads in the lives of their kids. We need more dads in the lives of their kids, and moms too. We need families supporting their children and things like that. I guess, I mean, it's the holidays, right? Don't fall into seasonal depression. If you don't have your family or your parents in your life, I'm here. I will be your dad. I'm here. Don't worry about it. You can talk to me. It's okay. All right. It's just a fake holiday anyway. It's just a fake fucking holiday that was painted over a pagan religion, and pagan is disrespectful. It just means that it was an indigenous religion that was following the planet's rotation and solar system and the movement within the universe. But I digress. Speaking of things in universe and stuff like that, here's my hot take on what Aphoria was talking about. Artists like Aphoria are in the period of digging deep to pull out the jewels and gems within. There's a frustration with the real world, not reflecting the awesome and creative things that they feel inside of themselves. My hot take is that the artists need to keep all of that fucking shit to themselves so normal people like me can sleep at night and work our jobs. Shut up, artists. Thoughts?
Show, you're more like my creepy, weird uncle, okay? That's into some weird crap and is always yelling and screaming, and that I never want to be babysitting me. No, I think you shut up.
What?
Stop being so mean to the artists.
I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean. We don't need to dig deep. Things need to stay surface level. Stop yelling at me, Sandy. Look, listen, all right? I want to work my job. I don't understand this fluffy, magical, mystical shit, and then these, like, I just want to right click and fucking save some artwork. I'll go to the store and buy a little printout and then get a nice little wooden frame and hang it up on the wall in the bathroom. Come on, man. We have real work. We have real lives. What the hell is this shit? Digging deep for gems. Colorful eyes and dragonflies and all this other what? Thoughts? Artists need to keep it to themselves. Thoughts?
But then there's no creativity in the world. And everything's boring and dumb and lame.
I'm creative at my job. Then
you need to shut the creativity down.
I am the assistant associate co-anchor director of the rudimentary figures of the marketing associated team. All right? And I sit at my desk all day, and I'm so productive that I don't even get, like, I will stay longer than I have to and not get paid and still make it. I'm trying to get us over the line. It's the fourth quarter, Dragon Nate, and these artists are distracting everything. These artists are making.
So sorry that you don't like prettiness and creativity and beauty. Ugh. Poor you.
I can just buy someone. We'll hire an intern. They work for free. They'll do all that shit, and then we fire them.
Buy someone, but they work for free? What are you even talking about? You make no sense.
We listen. This is the holiday season. We bring on a bunch of fucking interns, and then we just make them do all the work, and then we just get rid of them, right? Right?
No.
Right?
No.
Right? We make them do all that shit, and we give them like $5, and then just push them away, right?
No.
Right?
No.
Thoughts? Moving on. In regards to Sail the Stars, you know, I was like, man, you know, I remember the days when I used to what's the word I'm looking for? Oh God, it's like transverse. I would frolic on the high seas. The captain of the Lido deck, the captain of the executive suite, wearing a captain's hat and nothing else, butt-ass naked, eating free French fries and pizza, unlimited mimosas by the poolside on the cruise ship. So this was speaking to my heart. This was so special. And my hot take is that DAOs are going to start buying yachts and rich people things and then rent those out to rich people again so they can churn income. Because maritime law absolves you from paying any taxes. You're not in anybody's jurisdiction. Shout out to Casper. Buying yachts will be the new form of wash trading. Thoughts?
Well, hey, at least all the people complaining about NFTs being wash trading can't complain about people buying yachts because they're all the ones complaining about people buying useless digital images instead of buying physical things like yachts. So, we can make their dreams come true and all the Jerrys can go away. Woohoo!
The people complaining about NFTs, right? They're rich, right? But what they want is a yacht. You buy a yacht. You create a smart contract, but don't tell them. Have them rent the yacht. It's another stream of income. They don't realize that they're funding the thing that they hate. I want to drink Mai Tais on the seashore. I want to be on the fucking water in yachts. I want to feel rich. Thoughts?
If buying a yacht gets me money, I'm all for it. Give it now. Show when money. Give.
Let's buy a boat. Let's go to Antarctica. Let's fucking swim with the seals. This is the rich life. This is champagne wishes and caviar dreams. This is real shit. It's tangible, right? Because NFTs aren't tangible. Let's buy it. Let's go.
Exactly. And then you know what's even better? We can display our NFTs on the yacht. Woohoo! We can insult them twice. The Jerrys, I mean.
We can hire the interns to wash the decks, wash the pools, wash the bathrooms, right?
We can hire the Jerrys to do it. Oh,
I don't know.
The Jerrys will be happy. They can get an actual job and stop complaining about people who have jobs and spend money on things that they don't like.
I don't know what the hell is it? What's a Jerry?
See my image.
You mean a mouse? Like I'm looking at Carolina does.
No.
GIF.
No, my Jerry image, the sticker. Here, I'll send the
What?
larger one so you can look at it bigger.
Look, I'm too busy looking at yachts to look at your NFT product. Like, listen, all right, you're losing track. We have to stay on course. We're out in the fucking Bermuda Triangle. You're going off course. We got to steer the ship back to where the money is flowing. We need free tequila shots. Do you understand? I'm going to get interns to start watch trading.
Tequila shots are going to be free, but sure.
Moving on, last but not least, speaking of finding your space in the world, speaking of digging deep and finding the jewels and gems, creating your own islands, your own planet that is unconnected to any of the other things, let's get into Mona. I thought that this was one of the coolest fucking things I've heard all year, to be honest, because we were actually able to get inside of it. A lot of times when we talk about projects, they're like, yeah, it's not really fully fleshed out, but we want to do all this, and this. And then I'm like, okay. And then you wait on it. It's like, oh, damn, man. This feels like Star Wars universe, like the MMORPG. If it really moves like it, I was like, oh my God, this is like legit, like a fucking video game. Here's my hot take. Overall, on all of the metaverse platforms, because I'm sick of this shit. It's like, come on, dude. I am tired of relying on devs to build out a decentralized metaverse. I want to be controlled. I want you to control me, Crypto Voxels, Decentraland. Mark Zuckerberg, I want you to control me. Mona is giving us too much power. Let's rein it in. Let's bring the anchor back. Or we're floating out into the high seas. Bring me back to shore. Wrap me up tightly. Put a bow on me and put me under the Christmas tree. Thoughts?
Weird kink, but okay.
Don't kink shame.
I'm not.
Thoughts, y'all?
Hey, this is Sandy. So,
Who?
This is Sandy.
Who is that?
I'm just a person just like you. And
I'm not a person. I don't know what.
Yes, you are. You're a representation of the masses, and if you want something built for you, then that just speaks on the masses and the laziness of like people who don't want to build for themselves.
I am lazy. I want to hire some interns to buy me a yacht. I want them to create artwork, right? And then at the end, I want you to wrap me up like a shibari painting, right? With shibari rope work. Put me under a Christmas tree. I don't want decentralization. You need to keep me under wraps.
Well, there's something for everyone. And if you want to stay in that environment, then you're more than welcome. But there's so many of us who are in the decentralization of like everything. That's dope. And if you don't want to be included in that, that's cool too.
Power to the people.
I don't understand all of this talk about people want to be why do you want to be individuals when you can be part of the machine? Why? I don't get
Why do
too
you want
much.
to be a robot?
I want to stop. I want to take my hands off of the rudder of this yacht. It's too expensive. I don't want to crash into some rocks. I don't want to see any mermaids in the Greek Mediterranean and hop over because I'm hearing their siren song. I want to stay safe. None of you are gonna get that as Greek myth shit. It's all over your head. My point is that I want to be. I'm tired of people trying to tell me that I need a 3D world. What happened to the real world?
It's falling apart.
It's not. It's someone could build this shit. Someone in the real world, can you put some plaster on the walls? Someone out there needs to do some fucking work.
Okay, give me some boards and nails, and I'll nail up the atmosphere. We'll hold the atmosphere together with wood.
Patch it up.
Someone needs to patch it up. Someone needs to nail it down. Someone needs to do the fucking work during the holidays because I am not gonna. Oh my God, I can't believe this. You all want holidays off? You all want time off? You're not getting paid. I need you to work during the holidays. God damn it. Just because you want to spend time and drink eggnog with your family and listen to things and wear awesome sweatshirts. I don't know why they say Christmas sweaters are ugly. Christmas sweaters are awesome. I wear them 364 days out of the year. You want to use that as an excuse to not push the boat forward. You're not captains of the ship. You're just swimming in circles, y'all. And just because the WIP is going on vacation for 2 weeks doesn't mean that you stop working. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through to this edition of the Afties. Thank you so much. Shout out to the WIP crew. I love each and every single one of you. Please be safe and careful during this holiday season. Shout out to the leadership team at Token Smart. Shout out to the WIP fam. Shout out to all of you. I love each and every single one of you as well. You know the deal. Please keep your eye on all the events happening here in the mix, and much love, and I'll see you in 2022.
Woohoo! Happy Festivus! Merry holidays! We are having a festive cipher in just a few hours, so see y'all there, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 Eastern. Peace, love, and whipsy.